Excuse me, señorita. Are you awake? I know. I'm so sorry to intrude you so late at night. But there are a few important things we need to talk about. Lo sé, señorita. But I'm not here to confess my love for you again. Neither am I here to take you to the place we love so much so we can spend a romantic night together like we have done in the past. No, señorita. I am here to tell you a terrible news. What is it, you say? Well, there is a problem with a certain someone that we both despise, señorita. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? I hope you do, because if not, this may be a bit harder to explain. Yes, it is about him. You're right. El bandido ese, the muscle man idiot. Fernando, I know that you don't like talking about him, but we must right now, señorita. I just came back from hearing Fernando and his father talking about awful conspiracies and other things that affect you and me and our relationship. You see, señorita, I know what happened between Fernando and you, and this has to do with it. So I'll tell you what I know. For that, I first have to start with your papa. He is an excellent patron, and I love working for him, even though he does not want me near you, and he knows nothing of our relationship. He is kind and so pure. Remember how he loves helping the poor people of the nearby town, especially when the dry season came by, like the time he brought them some of his own food stock. I helped them with that. I loaded the carts for him with sacos and sacos of food, under his direct orders. The townspeople were so thankful to him for what he had done that they wanted to make him work for the mayor. But oh, no. Your father is not that kind of man. He did not seek power, and so a dangerous path would follow him everywhere he went if he joined the town's government, which I suspect is right. This benevolence and innocence, however, is exactly the thing Fernando and his father want to exploit right now. Do you recall the bad time you went through after those guests came into your house? Yes. I helped them with a lot of stuff. The merchants that needed a place to stay after that thing happened. Your good father offered them a place to stay, but they wanted more and more with time. They ended up stealing from you without your papa ever realizing this would be considered stealing. Fernando and his father want to do something worse, though. Far worse. He has been preparing it for days, and he will use your papa's weakness at his favor. Your father was deceived a few months ago by Fernando's father. He convinced your papa that they were good people and hard workers, but they ended up being a lie. Fernando's father pushed your papa to accept Fernando's proposition to you, that he would end up marrying you. Then your papa set up a date for you two, and you spent a date with him. Sí, I know, señorita, I know. You thought it was an organic thing, even though it was strange, but very romantic. But it was all planned. I know the date went wrong, because you are in love with me and not him. But that was only the first thing that went bad. You see, Fernando and his father both got really mad. I discovered they were going to talk in a secret place today, and I followed them. They were talking about tricking your father into giving them a better deal in their business, so they could charge more for their products, all by getting Fernando to marry you. I know, señorita, lo sé. This is a terrible, terrible, bad thing they're doing to your father and to you. But things got even worse. They found out we were seeing each other, even when your father doesn't know. I believe they have a spy on us, señorita. Someone looking at us at every time. And that is a very, very bad thing, even when it doesn't look like it is. No, I don't mean that they're planning to tell your father and kind of blackmail him for this. No, this is something different. Very, very different and dangerous, señorita. They got mad, even more angry than they were before, which was a lot. And just now they were planning in raiding your father's house and kidnap you and your father, so they could get away with whatever they wanted. They know that if you stay here, you will be safe in my arms. They know that I will not let anything happen to you. And they know that I will escape with you as soon as I get the chance to tell you all this. And they are right, mi amor. That's exactly what I plan on doing right now. You know I love you, señorita. I love you with all my heart, with all my body, with all my thoughts and my feelings. You've known this for a while. Do you remember when I confessed to you? It was a night just like this one. A very, very romantic one. I climbed to your room, as I did right now, but under very, very different circumstances. We had only spent time together because of your father, because of my work. I had only helped you as he told me to do. But with those times, which were few, that I got to see you, I was automatically, utterly in love with you, señorita. And when I came here to your room and I told you all this, do you remember when I told you? I told you, I am sorry. I know I'm just a servant. But I can't help it. I can't stop looking at you, señorita, from across the room. I can't stop, señorita, from having these thoughts in my head about you and I and us together. I just can't stop. And do you remember what you replied? You replied, I feel the same for you. It doesn't matter if you're a servant. It doesn't matter if you're not. If you don't have my father's blessing. That does not matter to me. You said you could learn to love me because you wanted to do so. You remember that romantic night after that? You escaped with me, señorita. We went to that place you love so much. And we had fun. A fun night with a fun señorita. Now, I want you to do the same as before, señorita. I want you to come with me right this moment. What about your father? Well, I'm very sorry to say this, but we will not have time to rescue him right now. We will have to wait and see what happens, and then rescue him only if possible. Fernando and his father are already on their way, and we cannot wait a second more. We have to escape right now, mi amor, or they are going to get you. I know. You have your doubts. But tell me, señorita, do you trust me? Do you love me enough to come here, to come with me and start a new life if necessary, which hopefully it won't be? I knew it. That's a relief, mi amor. Because we have to do it right now. There is no more time. There is no other way. Do you hear that, mi señorita? The steps. Oh no! Fernando! Run, señorita! Run! Outside the window! There is a horse waiting for you outside the window. I came with it. I will defend you, mi señorita. I will give you time to run. I'll be right there with you. But right now, I will have to fight Fernando with all my strength to protect you. I will protect you. Go on now, mi señorita. Escape, mi amor. I'll fight for you.